got another story for you. A while back when I was joining the State Highway Patrol, of course, I had to go through some testing and stuff, and well, one of those tests is a psychological exam. So they'd scheduled me an appointment to go see this psychiatrist. Yeah, wow, imagine that, right? So anyway, so I end up in this psychiatrist's office, and the secretary had let me into the office, and I was waiting for her to come in. And after a few minutes, she comes in and she sits down in a chair. And you know, it's a really nice office. Just got trinkets around and all kinds of books and everything. It's a very comfortable, unique spot. So I'm sitting there, and she sits down and she says, "Well, why don't you just start from the beginning?" So I say, well, 1973 in southeastern Ohio, I was born on a dairy farm. And her face lit up like I had just given her the biggest Christmas present that there ever was, and she spits out, "Really? Me too. I grew up on a dairy farm." And then she says, "So you know what manure skiing is?" And I'll tell you what, here I am in the middle of a big city, not ever expecting to meet anybody that knew what manure skiing was. Well, for you folks, I got no idea. Outside of a dairy barn, there's usually a holding lot that you would pin up the cows right before milking, so that you had them all together and you could send them through the milk parlor, and you know, as they're done, they leave out and they're not back into that pen, you know, and you just slowly but surely get all of them out of this area that's pinned up. Well, this area that's pinned up tends to accumulate a lot of cow poopy. Well, cow poopy is a very slick element, rather kind of liquidy or soft. And anyway, if you have ever stood in it, you realize just how slick it is. Well, some people go ahead and just enjoy the fact of this and turn it into a pastime. Well, I can remember way back when my father needing to get a hold of a certain cow, and when he did, she didn't want to be gotten a hold of, so she tries to kind of get away. And believe it or not, a cow can kind of move pretty good when it needs to. So he had a hold of her tail and kind of had it in one of those arm locks where he thought maybe that would keep her from going anywhere, and she decided that she was just going to go with or without him, and he decided she wasn't going without him. So there he is, flying across this lot on the back end of this cow, manure skiing. He's skiing so good that there is a wake, rooster tails, flying out from behind him. So here I am in this office, and this doctor asked me, "So you know what manure skiing is?" I said, "Honey, I don't only know what it is, but I've seen my dad do it so well that there were rooster tails and a wake behind him." And she laughed, and we talked for about an hour, just chit-chatting about farming and everything. And time, it just went by. She hadn't asked me another question from that. And she decides she's going to wrap it up with, "Well, I think you're probably okay. You know, as long as you haven't killed and buried your grandmother in the backyard, I think you'll be good to go. You know, good luck to you." Now, she didn't ask. Okay? She didn't ask.